Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 3 of Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as France, currently involved in 2 wars. We're still involved in the 100 Years' War with England. Hopefully going to get enough war score so that we can take Calais as well as the other provinces that are within the French region. And we've also been called into a war with our ally Castile, who are currently fighting against Aragon. So we've got a few wars going on a few different directions. One thing I am going to do is quickly go in and make sure that I am improving relations with Castile, because we had to recall our diplomat for something else. We can see that we've got some ships around there. We've got some various troops. Got to be careful because I don't want to find out that England suddenly start landing some troops on me. I'm going to try and move a stack over onto here in the hopes that we can actually go ahead. Are we going to lose that fight? Can we reinforce there quickly enough? Not terribly convinced I can get there fast enough. Give it a go. Oh, that's Aragon. Once again, I've got the Aragonese flag confused with the Foire flag. Let's go over here. Just keeping my eye on my borders, because England do get crafty sometimes when they're trying to drop troops in. Would be nice if we could siege one or two of these provinces out, and then we've got the option to try and take them for ourselves. See how quickly I just hit pause there? It was like almost an automatic thing. That is going to be a conflict in the mountains, but I think we should... 21 versus 1, we should be okay. That is a stack wipe. Where are you heading? You're actually heading into Girona, but you're not going to try and attack me. That's quite nice. I don't want to stay in the mountains getting loads of attrition, so I'm going to detach, and then I'm going to move my main army out of there. What I should have done is actually left the siege guy there. I think what I'm going to quickly do is move this army out. Just put it into friendly territory. And it is, and then I'm going to assign you the guy who's got really good siege and then put you back in there. So I just want to keep my main army sort of in the middle of France. It just means that they can reinforce in pretty much any direction if we should get attacked by the English. I'm hoping that Castile can actually do a fairly good job. They seem to be sieging out Portugal pretty well right now. Obviously, the Aragon and Portugal have a much better navy, so that's not helping matters too much for the Castilians. We're still getting sieged a little bit, but it's not terrible. I'm sure that... Brittany probably still won't ally with us at the moment. No, it's because we're at war. That's fine, not a problem. I'm not worried too much about that. We'll get them on board at some point. We're already well over our relations, although they are one of the relations that we have. So that's not too much of a problem. One thing that we will have to do, of course, is try and vassalize... or annex some of our vassals. Okay, we have a peace offer from Portugal. That's mainly because Portugal is getting sieged to pieces at this point. I'm going to decline for now, because we're basically winning. So we'll wait until we take a bit more stuff. This place here is actually occupied by Provence. What I could do is... I can't even flip it over to Castile, which is a little bit weird. Oh, it's because it's not me that owns it, it's Provence that owns it. So provides Provence haven't flipped it over to Castile, but hey-ho. Just keeping my eye on what the Aragonese troops are doing. No signs of life from England at the moment. Maybe I mean, I know this is mountains, but a 24 stack versus a 2 stack, we should be okay. Austria has declared war on Salzburg. Very interesting. Obviously, Austria is going to keep getting bigger and scarier, and the HRE becomes more and more scary. So we're not actually part of the HRE as France, and most of the electors in the HRE just completely hate us. But we are Catholic, which means we can take part in the papacy. We do actually have... one active cardinal, not very many compared to everybody else, so it gives us less chance of becoming the Pope. We can spend papal influence to increase our points. So for example, if we were to spend 10, that actually pushes us up a little bit. We've got a 25% chance now of becoming the next papal controller. But we have spent all of the points we can, and it goes up exponentially each time. So if I was to spend more... Oh, it's still another 10. It does increase more as time goes on. So it has changed a little bit from the way it used to work, where you had a list of cardinals that you used to basically try and bribe. Now you have cardinals based on your provinces. So if a cardinal gets, or a future cardinal gets born in one of your provinces, then they will always sort of be on your side, as it were. So the more land that you own, the more territory that you have, the more likely you are to actually get some cardinals, which is really good. We will go ahead and we'll probably try and take Girona as well if we can, because it is mountainous and it would give us a continuous border. Bern is owned by Foix, so that is a vassal. That will be ours at some point. Again, just keeping my eye on England, just in case they try anything sneaky. I mean, quite a bit of administrative power accumulating up, which we may use for a technology is probably what we will do there. We may need it for coring, of course. The only two things we will need to core are these provinces if we take them. All of the cores that we intend to take from, well, all of the provinces that we intend to take from England are already French cores, so that won't actually cost us any admin points to do those. I guess what we could do there is we could detach a siege and just go and wipe out that one stack. Let's just have a quick look in the war with England. Oh, we don't have any diplomats to send at the moment. We will have to recall this one from Castile, which we probably can do. Portugal is still trying to offer peace. Let's recall you from Castile just so we have a free diplomat. We're already at the max 200 reputation with Castile, even though we could improve relations a little bit more. But we don't need to do that right now. We are sieging things out quite nicely here. And looks like we just got a stat wipe there as well. Still no problems from England that I can see. I guess we could try and siege out Barcelona. Sieging out a capital is always a good idea. We'll wait until a couple of these sieges here have finished. And then we'll see about piecing Portugal out. If we can give something to Castile. I don't want Castile to get too strong, because I may end up fighting them in the future. But at the same time, I want to make sure that they are a strong and reliable ally throughout this game if I can. That means we can concentrate on taking out England, taking out Burgundy. I would like to do a little bit more with the HRE. The last time I tried that in my French game, I was a little bit too aggressive, which made things difficult. So I'd like to try and do it diplomatically if possible. So we have another event here. What we can basically get for 20 years is we can get +1 yearly prestige, but we'd lose 10 admin power and 17 ducats, or we can lose 5 prestige. I think losing 10 admin power and 17 ducats to gain 20 years of yearly prestige is not too bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and take that event. Still just watching all the borders, seeing what troops are around, keeping my eye on these siege progresses over here, keeping my eye on England to the north and making sure they're not trying anything a little bit too dodgy. Let's just go ahead. They've got low war enthusiasm now, so they may well be willing to take the peace offer. They're not. We currently have 58% war score against them. We could get more if we could siege more. Currently, we have -6. So I think we'll actually get enough war score to be able to do this. We just need to wait a little tiny bit longer. They do have low war exhaustion. As the length of the war goes on, we will be more likely, or it'll be more likely that they will accept that offer. So we are just going to wait for the time being. So just keeping our eye on everything else. I mean, we could... oh, we've won. Brilliant. We could actually peace out now and just take these 4 provinces and then try and take Calais in a subsequent war. But I think it's just nice if you can do it all in one, because we would complete our mission and that will give us some army tradition. So we have managed to, I think it was that we sieged out? Or we flipped it over? Oh no, it's this one here we've actually managed to siege. Well, that's very nice. We'll just try and siege out a bit more of Aragon. The rate things are going, this war with Aragon will end up finishing before the one with England. Looks like Provence are almost done in sieging out Coimbra. The walls are down, so that's a good start. Portugal have got very little place to reinforce. There we go. Coimbra is now being flipped over. So the only place Portugal can actually build troops is the Algarve at this point. Again, just have a quick look to the north. Make sure England aren't trying anything funny. Papal State's still involved in this, but I think they've got too much area to go through. It looks like some Aragonese troops are intending to land. Not too sure how much success they're going to find here. Where did I put my army? There. How did I not see that? Peace offer from Portugal. You can go away again. We'll detach and move you over here. See if we can wipe those guys out. Again, just keep my eye open for England, making sure they don't drop any troops on me. We will recall the diplomat there. Did we actually catch that stack? Let's just move out of here so we don't take any attrition. Unless they got back on the boat. I didn't see where they go, but they certainly seemed to disappear. I don't even think we necessarily need to peace out Portugal. As long as we give a little bit of Portugal to Castile, I think Castile will overall be happy. And we've managed to siege out Valencia, which is very nice. Yeah, Aragon are getting pretty heavily sieged out here, so that's not a problem. Again, quick look just to see if England are trying to drop any troops on us from the north. Certainly just got to wait for these to finish here. Burgundy has been discovered fabricating a claim on Berry, which is hardly surprising because it's a nice big chunk of land. And if they got that, it would literally cut us in half almost. There we go. We can invest in a technology. We're not going to do that just yet, though. That is going to be an administrative tech. It would give us the ability to take a national idea, but we're going to wait until some of these wars are over before we worry about any of that. See, Castile could potentially take Aragon here, but it would be nice if we can take a province or two. Let's just move you up into Toulouse. Everything else is going to be sieged out nicely. Unfortunately, this isn't my war, the one with Castile, so I have two choices. I can either peace out separately, which may annoy Castile because I'll have peaced out before the end of the war, or I can wait until Castile peace out. Now, if I wait until Castile peace out, it may be better for me, and Castile may give me one or two of these provinces. Ideally, the only one I really want is this one here. So what I'm going to do with these ones, because I don't really want them, is I am going to flip them over to Castile. It does make Castile a little bit stronger if they choose to take them. They may not, but just having the mountains would be really nice. I guess I could have taken this one, but if I can get Girona and Roulisson, I think that will be enough to make me happy. Does look like Portugal are going to try and unsiege some stuff there, but I don't think they're going to be very successful. Once again, a quick scan to the north, just looking for England. No real signs of life up there. 70%. Okay, England, are you ready to accept that peace offer now? Yes, you are. So let's just check. We would be getting all 5 of these cores. And we could attempt to take some of these things here. Well, actually, they'd cede to Provence, which would give Provence overextension, but wouldn't give me overextension. We could give that one to... Yeah, that costs a lot of war score, so we wouldn't really be able to do that. So, well, okay, we'll do exactly what we wanted to do. We're going to try and take as much money from England as we can. Can we get them to release any nations? Do we have enough spare war score to do that? Probably not. Can we get them to annul any treaties? Again, probably not. Oh, can we get war reparations? No. Alright, well, I'm happy I'll take what we've got. So, end of the 100 Years' War. Gain 1 stability, gain 50 administration power. England has accepted our offer. We have a CB against England. We've completed our mission. And we've lost the CB against England. But other than that, everything else is good. Okay, we're now only in a single war. And Aragon are almost completely beaten here. So we don't have to worry too much. Let's go ahead and take a new national decision. Or is it this one again still? Oh, no. So, what would happen here? Basically, everyone's opinion of us would be reduced by quite some amount. We'd gain some yearly prestige, we'd lose some papal influence, and we'd lose some national unrest. We'd get a stability cost modifier bonus, which is nice, but I don't think I want to do any of that just yet. I'm going to untick this little button here because it'll stop it reminding me about it. Wants me to form an alliance with Provence. That's certainly not a bad thing to do, and also create a proper fleet. Navy tradition would be nice. Diplomatic power would be nice. Provence. Do we already have something with Provence? I think we do. Or we did. Yeah, we don't currently have anything with Provence, which is a little bit strange. We should definitely get an alliance with them, as well as Brittany. This is going to put us way over all of our things. I think I'll leave that for the time being. We'll see if we can actually core one or two of our provinces. What we would like to try and do is offer an alliance to Brittany. They will accept that now because we are no longer at war. So if we were to take one of our vassals and try and get them to... and try and annex them. Who should we take? Right, Provence aren't currently a vassal. If we look at the diplomatic mode. At least I don't think they are. I can never remember with France. It's complicated. No, Provence aren't actually a vassal. But so why has it got green lines there? Because it's a French core. Okay, so these are core provinces, but they are not a vassal. So anything else we could try and soak in, as it were. So let's try and get Orleans, because that is nice and close. It's next to our capital, and it should be relatively quick. Now, we do need relations of 200 to do this, so we are going to offer them a royal marriage. And we need to unpause the game, of course, because that helps amazingly. So that is fine. We can ally with them. We can try and... well, you can't ally with them because they're a vassal. We can improve our relations, certainly. We are going to need to wait for our... for the timer to expire on the recently sent diplomat. Got to be careful, of course. We are still at war. I guess what we could do is we could take that build a proper fleet one and do that first. So let's go and improve relations with those guys. Oh, we were still at war. So how come they accepted the alliance? Oh, that's strange. Maybe it's because we're not a co-belligerent. Let's go ahead and get that create a proper fleet. Total navy size at least 75% of the force limit. Yes, we do want to do that one. So we are going to go ahead and take that mission. What do we have here? We have a couple of heavies. I'm not sure we're going to need those heavies straight away, and they are going to be costing us some money. So I think what I'm actually going to do is select the heavies for the time being and just disband them. We're not going to be doing a lot of naval warfare very early on. And we can have a maximum... We actually have a maximum of 21 ships. That's actually quite a lot now. Maybe I should have kept some of those heavies, actually. But what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the lights... And we are... Oh, didn't mean to do that. We're going to build some of these, and we're going to use them to create ourselves a trade fleet. We'll just do all the ones around that side for now. Let's unpause the game again. We can see that the Aragonese are dropping in some more troops. All of our vassals are coming home. We do, of course, have to wait for Castile to do the piecing out over here. Well, that's not technically true. I could just... peace out for myself and take this little province with me. Good luck with that one, Aragon. 20,000 men versus 900. We won. Spartans, they are not. So the reason I'm not spending any points on my tech right now is because I want to wait and see if I get any of these provinces and see how much it's going to cost me to core them. Because the worst thing to do would be to end up being overextended and then not have any administrative points for coring. So we just need these last two provinces to flip, basically. Girona is 21% done. The walls haven't been breached yet. Barcelona is almost down as well. Luckily, we did actually get Calais. The only problem with Calais, of course, now is it's kind of stuck in the middle of Burgundy, which is an absolute pain. I'm sure it won't be long before Burgundy do declare war on me. If we give it a little bit of time, because we have a truce with England and Portugal until 1462. So if we just give it a little bit of time after the war with Aragon, one of our generals is dead, which is very unfortunate. If we give it a little bit of time for Aragon to recover... sorry, I'll get this right in a minute. Start again. If we give Castile a little bit of time to recover from their war with Aragon, then we can potentially declare war on Burgundy and get Castile to come in and help us with that one. That's what I was trying to say. So sorry it took me about 4 attempts to get it right. National Spy Defense gets minus 10%, but we get plus 10% to trade. That is quite nice. Here is a Nepalese ship. Is he going to try and drop some troops off somewhere? They're still in the fight with Aragon, I think. Won the fight over there against the rebels. That is quite nice. Looks like Aragon are trying to drop some more troops over here. Oh, look, they've changed their mind. What a surprise. And they've dropped them over there. They've taken the crossing penalty, so they should die. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to reinforce there. There's absolutely no point whatsoever. Stat wipe them because they had nowhere to run to. So that is all quite nice. I don't really need to watch anything up here anymore. I guess it is possible that someone like the Papal State could be sneaky in. As you can see, Naples have just decided to drop a 3-stack on Calais. And there's nothing I can do about that, really, because I don't have the facility of getting a navy over there. But it doesn't matter if they siege it out. They won't be able to take it from me because I'm not a co-belligerent, which means they'd need an incredibly massive war score against me in order to be able to take that. And they're not going to get it from sieging out a single province. So I'm not worried about that at all. Let them just sit over there and get attrition. It won't be long before we have these two provinces. Once that is done, I very much suspect that Castile will peace out. Of course, there's still Mallorca, which we could take. We have won the siege of Barcelona. I should probably turn that over. Okay, here we go. Now Burgundy has declared war against us. This is where things start to get interesting. Well, I'm definitely going to go and flip this province over and give control of it to Castile. As much as it would be nice to have Barcelona, we'll do that at a later time. The rest of my army, I'm going to scoop up and start moving up to the north because we can see that Burgundy is going to be a little bit of a pain for us now. We will have a slightly higher force limit, of course, because we have taken a few additional provinces. So I will go ahead and build myself a bit of a bigger army, and then we can go in and try and defend against Burgundy. Unfortunately, we're going to struggle for calling in allies at this point, unless Castile decide to peace out, but we will see how it goes. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Europa Universalis 4, and I'll see you on the next video. So, until then, goodbye for now.